LemonAid, freshly brought to you by BlessVision Foundation. This episode is sponsored by Rotary Club of Mandarin, Hong Kong. Let's have another taste of life. The views and opinions expressed in the following interview are those of the guest and do not necessarily reflect the views or position of BlessVision Foundation. Good evening, everyone. Tonight we have a very different guest. He comes from West Africa, a place called Guinea. He was forced to flee from Guinea to Nigeria. For the concern over his own safety, he then finally had to escape from Africa to Hong Kong. During the whole process, he lost his family. Today, he is sitting here with us to sharing with us his story. Welcome, Nathan.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Thank you so much. So, Nathan, I know that when you came to Hong Kong, it's around like 2016. Where at 2016 years you came to Hong Kong. May I know what is the reason that you're coming to Hong Kong?
Thank you so much, first of all. My name is formerly Mohammed Abdul, now Nathan, because I'm now converted to Christian. Let me start, first of all, to share my background. I was born in Guinea, 1st of January 1976, in La Guinea, so to a Muslim family. And my mother, a Nigerian, and my father met as a businessman, met my mother in Nigeria, and they started dating until they got married, according to the story I was told. He was shuttling from Nigeria back to Guinea because of his nature of business. I was born. When I was 5, I stick mostly to my mother in Nigeria. And according to them, they had agreement that on freedom of worship, that she must worship, be a Christian, while my dad remains the Muslim. So from there, as a teenager, the age of picking things, I noticed that Muslims are more violent, while Christianity is more peaceful.
Are you experiencing something in childhood?
Yes, as I was growing up, I went back to, because I shuttled between the two countries. Mm-hmm. So the tragic, what made me to denounce Muslim while I was very young at that age, was the story, although I saw them moving and coming out of the scene, about somebody that blasphemed, according to them, the prophet, and messed up with the Quran, their Bible. So they told me that they executed the person based on this. I was so afraid. It was so tragic.
How old are you when you witnessed this persecution?
10, 11, 12, not more than 12, because I was able to ask questions that time, and they fed me with the information that got me scared. So it should be between 11, 12.
Before the interview, you mentioned that you escaped from Guinea to Nigeria. So can you describe about the process and what's happening during that time? Why you have to escape from Guinea to Nigeria?
It was about politics and inheritance. So my father got killed by 2011 Guinea elections. And after some time, my mother insisted we go back for my own inheritance. And by then, I'm already converted to Christian, and my name changed. And all my uncles noticed this from my paternal side, Guinea. So to come and take what belongs to me, and they saw me as a threat that time, that I have to come back to Guinea, resettle in Guinea, and be converted back to Muslim, which I objected that I will not. So by then, they almost used violence. I can show you the marks. And sparrows pointed at me by then, but God so kind, they couldn't get me down. So I have to run back to Nigeria.
How you went over all these difficulties? Because as you facing the persecution, you're facing the serious violence. Do you have ever 1 minute you think that, oh, I may die? Do you have that scare at that time?
Yes, I was so scared, but like I told you before, I was converted, and due to faith, I have not seen God, I have not seen Jesus Christ, but I worship with Winners Chapel, Living Faith, worldwide in Nigeria, where I have mentors, pastors praying for me. So when I met them that this is the journey I'm about to go on, they said it's not going to be a smooth one. It's going to be between life and death, but due to the persistence of my mother. So I have the faith of praying. So I was taught in severe situations like that, that I have to fast and pray. So what equipped me by embarking on the journey is prayers and faith. So when I got there, I prayed before going. Even when I was there, I prayed also. So I had a strange dream that fateful morning before the news came that they are coming, looking after me. So run for our lives from there.
How you faced that fear of death in that moment?
I prayed. So after the prayers, God brought a messenger from them, amongst them, that this is what they planned. Like I told you, this is why we escaped. They started all this trying to get me down. But due to I was so strong and younger then, I had to manage to go. So I can say that it's prayer that protected and saved me. Because actually, my mind was, oh, this is how I'm going to end up in life. But God so kind and said that this is not yet my time to die.
When you go back to Nigeria, anything happened in that situation?
Yeah, I got back to Abuja, Nigeria capital, a mixed tribe. What I experienced then was the Abuja massive bomb targeted at Nyanya Maraba Market in Abuja suburban, where they killed almost over 200 people. So my mother didn't die at the spot. That was April 14, 2014. So she didn't die at the spot, but she had a partial stroke that led to her death. I lost her then. Life was unbearable for me as at that time.
What is the most unforgettable memories when you're in Nigeria and in Guinea?
Nigeria being their target. Nigeria is over 220 to 30 something million, with 48% Christians, which is to say about over 100 million people in Nigeria are Christians. Then traditional and Muslims can share the other remaining, showing that Nigeria is a Christian nation, almost Christian, not up to 50-50. Their vision is to come to destroy Christianity and impose Islam. Hence, they created Boko Haram, meaning that Western education is a sin before Allah. What is Western education? The dress code, they must impose their dress code on you. They give you their Quran. Indirectly, because Nigeria is a secular state between the Christian and the Muslims under democracy, they couldn't come out in full to execute people. Rather, they hide under the canopy of terrorism, terrorizing people, and the government cannot do anything because it's their brother that is on the throne as the president. So what do? Once they invade the city, they liaise with the security outfit, army, police, and whatever. They will give them the space to invade there. Then during the invasion, they will ask you, are you for Muslim or for Christian? If you say you are for Muslim, you are free. If you say you are Christian, they execute you instantly. But about 3 of them accepted that they are Christians and they were massacred. You go to Benue massacre where they killed almost over 1,000 Christians. In Enugu, where they call Ebonyi State, Abakaliki, they massacred over 400. In Jos, Plateau State, where the Muslims and Christians are 40 to 60%, the Muslims 40, the Christians 60, they massacred over thousands of them. So this is where there's no more security in the country, though many still believe in God. As Christians, they are dying every day. They massacre them every blessed day.
Even now?
Even now, yes. Even now, I think not up to 1 week. They killed in Borno, the northeastern part of Nigeria, over 700 people. You can check in the Google and confirm this. So my greatest fear is they get people from Christians and forcefully convert them, and me born into Muslim and later converted to Christian, I face more. They can kill me by sight.
Thank you. And for all these difficulties, I listened that you always say prayer, and you say you insist to have the relationship with God, Jesus, in your no matter what you have experienced. So why you insist in this belief? How this religion, how this belief, Christianity, helped you in the past difficult time?
There's something they call faith, Faith. Like I told you, I've worshipped in mosque. I have worshipped also in church. But since salvation is personal, every religion has one thing or the other they believe that strengthen their faith, to believe that this is what they believed in and is working for them. So I followed my mother after denouncing Islam because of the way they teach, and entered Christianity. Christianity preached about peace. This is where I found out that by faith there is God. And how do we talk to God? Is through prayer. Then I was told to be more prayerful and see more actions from God. I have to denounce sin because He's a merciful God, but what demarcates him from us, from partaking of his blessings more, is sin. So when I was so young, 2004, I was called to altar to accept Jesus. So the relationship between me and Jesus is that I accepted him as my Lord and personal Savior, that he came and died for me to set me free from sin and bondage, was resurrected after 3 days. The altar call was about to follow Jesus. So in my situation, with the belief I had, and I still have, is to pray and add fasting. And ever since I was born again, 2004, I stopped committing sins. I found out that each time I want to embark on a journey or on anything, business, working, even my health, that I pray. After the prayer, I found out that 80 to 90% worked as a result of my faith. So this is the reason why I believe Jesus. He has been there, always there for me. I cannot start mentioning what I have undergone so many years and the way he assisted me in so many ways, even to this Hong Kong. Coming to Hong Kong was not easy. So many people knows what is 150,000 naira. 150,000 naira was not up to 500 US dollars. All I could lay my hands on. And ticket to Hong Kong was about 300,000, over 1,000 US dollars. And I still have up to 2,000 something, 2,005 to 2,600 as BTA, basic travel allowance. I presented to the immigration. Within 1 week, this is grace of prayer. I prayed and I said, God, please, I want to go to Hong Kong and I don't have any money. How do I go about this? Within space of 7 days, all these provisions came. So I believe in God. I can pray. I can fast. The reason why I believe God is God answers prayer and He's a merciful God.
If I want to ask you, use a word to describe the relationship to Jesus, what does that be?
Jesus is my all.
Do you still hate those people who persecuted you and the one who killed your mother?
Christianity is living Christ-like life. And Christ taught us about peace. And most importantly is love. This is why on the cross, He said to those that need Him, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing. So, having known all this, I still love them. Even He said, love your enemies. For God so loved the world and He gave His only begotten Son. You know the verse, John 3:16. I don't hate them. I believe that one day they will be converted like Saul to Paul. From Saul the slaughterer to Apostle Paul. You ask whether I hate them. No, I don't hate them. I love them.
If the one who listening to this radio track is experiencing hardship, like violence, hard time in their life, how will you encourage them?
I will only tell them to stick to God. That God is a merciful God, and in His own time, He will do it. They shouldn't be in a hurry. Just keep the faith and know that God's time is always the best time for them. And once you believe in all honesty and sincerity. No matter the situation, I have never seen or known anyone that tasted and believed God that was disappointed. Never. I encourage them to keep the faith.
Thank you so much, Nathan. Thank you.
Welcome back to Cantonese time.
好耐冇見啊 Gloria.
Carrie, what are you saying?
好耐冇見 in English means long time no see.
I see.
最近你忙咩啊? What are you up to?
Well, there's not much that I can do because of the social distancing restriction.
I see the 限聚令啊.
限聚令.
Yes, now it's restricted to maximum 2 people each time, right?
That's right. So I don't go out as much as I do. So I have to cook at home or buy some takeaways.
I see.
So when I go and buy takeaway, they don't understand what I mean. So how do I say takeaway?
Takeaway, you can say it is 買外賣.
買外賣.
Yeah, if you want to say, I want to buy takeaway food, you can just tell the waiter or waitress, 我想買外賣啊，唔該.
我想買外賣啊，唔該.
Yes, that means I want to buy some takeaway food, thank you.
And other than that, I will buy some grocery or food for myself to cook at home. So how do I say that?
In this case, you can say it is 買餸.
買餸.
買餸煮飯 exactly is what you mean just now. It's go to grocery shop or supermarket and buy some food and cook at home by yourself.
I see.
So it's 買餸煮飯.
So other than 買餸, I will buy mask,
口罩,
口罩, hand sanitizers,
搓手液.
搓手液.
Wow, you are really a very be careful for everything. That is so good.
That's right. So you have to be careful as well, Carrie.
Oh, yes.
So if you feel unwell or your friends feel unwell, you need to go to see the doctor immediately.
Okay.
睇醫生啊.
睇醫生啊, I remember.
Or else, you can go to these 10 MTR stations to get your free COVID-19 specimen collection pack.
Oh, that's great.
That's right. And the 10 MTR stations are 牛頭角, 葵芳, North Point, 跳傾嶺, 黃竹坑, 太尉, 太埔 Market, 燒康, Kowloon, and 青衣Station.
I see. I know there are 14 more community centers offer free COVID-19 tests. For more information and details, you can visit the website coronavirus.gov.hk. That's all for Cantonese time tonight. See you next week.
Bye-bye.